everyone, welcome to day 3 of our Vivienne and Dylan sew along. Today we are going to be gathering and attaching our skirt to our bodice for Vivienne, and then Dylan will be super quick. We're just stitching up the shoulder seams. So again, we'll start with Vivienne, and I've actually already gathered my skirt pieces. I did 2 rows of basting stitches to gather. I did one 1/4 inch down from the top and one 5/8 inch down from the top. So you can see there. And before I gather, before I pull my stitches, I'm going to mark the halfway point just to make sure my stitches are fairly even. So I folded my skirt piece in half and I just put a clip at the center point there. And I'll do it for the opposite side as well. This cotton lycra wants to roll. So from there, we'll just gather our skirt pieces. And if you prefer another way to gather, you can do that too. We have a whole blog post that I'll link in today's blog post about different ways to gather, but this does make sure that you have nice, even gathers. And we're going to gather it to the width of the bodice. And flip it around and do the other side. And all I'm doing is taking the back thread, the bobbin thread, and holding it gently while I move the fabric in the opposite direction. Oh, this has somehow got a knot here. I'm going to check it against the bodice width and see if we're close or if I need to keep gathering. So you can gather it a little bit more, but what I'm going to do is clip the center. So I found the center of my bodice. I'm going to clip it to the right side of the skirt. So I matched my center points there. And then I need to gather it just a little bit more. We'll check that. Looks good. So I'm going to clip the ends. And then I'll make sure the rest is evenly distributed. And it does make for a nice full skirt. Do keep that in mind. I don't really worry about it when I'm sewing for kids as much because, I mean, everything looks cute on my little girl. But when I'm sewing for myself, I usually like to use something with a little bit nicer drape. So like a bamboo or a rayon spandex or double brushed poly. Not that you can't use cotton lycra for this skirt, but just be aware that it may poof out a little bit more. So if that's something that you're self-conscious about already, you may not like the way it fits. You may want something that hangs a little closer to your body. But of course, that's all personal preference. It's up to you. And some of those cotton lycra prints are too cute to pass up, so I would never blame you if you decided to use them. Okay, so this is what it looks like from the wrong side. And then from the right side. And we'll stitch that up in just a minute. We'll go ahead and do the same for our opposite side. We'll gather our skirt piece. This side doesn't want to gather. It's being stingy. There we go. Now we're moving. And we'll switch into the other side. And this should be about the width of our bodice. So we'll double check. Just about perfect. So I'm going to find the center of my bodice, clip it with right sides together to the skirt piece. And then I'm going to clip the ends, match the ends up. And then I'll distribute my gathers. This side's a little bit trickier since this is the side. I don't know why this one wants to roll. The other one is fine. But just make sure to flatten it out before I clip it. Do keep in mind that when you attach this skirt piece, you really need to take the correct seam allowance, otherwise your elastic will show on the front side. So just keep that in mind as you're stitching. right, so again, this is what it looks like from the back, from the wrong side. And this is the right side. And we'll go ahead and attach our skirt to our bodice. So you can double check the front, make sure you did get all the elastic enclosed. And you have the option here of top stitching if you would like to do that. You can also press toward the bodice if you want. You can press your seam allowance. And then we can remove our basting stitches. I'm not going to worry about doing that right now, but I will do it before day 4 begins. Now we'll do our next side, our next skirt piece. We'll do the same steps. You can see we have our nice even gathers, and we can remove those basting stitches again. And here's what it should look like from the back side. That is it for Vivienne for today's step. And then I'm really excited about the Dylan step for today. Are you ready? Do you think that we can handle it? All right. Stitching up our shoulder seams. One more side left. And that's it for Dylan for today. All we had to do was those 2 shoulder seams. And we made it. You know, usually those quick little steps are my downfall. That's where I mess something up. It's usually late at night and I ruin it. So we'll set that to the side and we will see you back tomorrow for day 4. See you then.